No, because when lithium ions explode, they explode. True. There you go. 3 memes for today. Aren't I being so generous? Oh, it's been a while since we've all played. Well, if you stay where you are, you might do. Now, the only bad thing that would happen is really that, like, you'd stay where you are, and then the artillery shells would land, and then you'd suddenly disappear in a puff of red mist. But you would have the highest stealth in existence. In the words of Count Dooku, I've been looking forward to this. Indeed. So, welcome back everybody to Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes here on Tales of Gaming Addiction. D&D show, we just sit around, chat, rubbish and roll some dice occasionally. It has been a long time and I appear to be boring Dom somewhat. Cool. And we shall be joined by Tom soon enough, which would be nice. So, just to catch you all up on what's been going on, our wonderful party, who are calling themselves the Burning Soul, have gotten themselves caught in the middle of a civil war between themselves and the human free cities. Primarily, it's everyone versus Valencia at this point. They had marched south, taking the small village of Baraham and decimating the town of Hillside. And whilst all that was going on, you guys have been stuck in Ember Mine, running errands in Ruthin to try and get them to side with the Ember Mine so they can have a front towards Valencia. Managed to slay a dragon, get some people on your side, and most importantly, get the support of Ruthin. And your current mission, that you have reluctantly accepted, is to go and take the bridge, which only had an 80 strong garrison, but currently that's not so strong as it's been bombarded by artillery fire, which you guys are currently sat in the middle of. So yeah, it was kind of fun. During the combat, you guys kept them all funneled in the trenches, and Marlon just unleashed arcane mastery. Yeah, last week when you weren't here, I decided to just turn the wick up on Marlon a bit. Nice, good level 5 lightning bolt was needed. But you did take a prisoner who was very reluctant to give off a lot of information in exchange for his life, and Petrois decided that enough of this and full on stabbed him in the back. Was it through the neck? I just written down killed prisoner, so I assumed it was a stab in the back. Ah, there we go then. I'm glad you guys remember these things, because I sure didn't. I'm a terrible TM. I'll take that. That's awesome. Fair enough. Alright then. So, with that done, I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. Because technically you guys are still in combat. In big air quotes. Because, like it or not, you guys are still technically on the front lines, and there's still an artillery barrage going on, as evidenced by the big fireballs set on the map. Which have remarkably been moving away from you all, no matter how many times I rolled 2d8. It does help. The worst part is I watched out on the 3D dice of 93. And also you three have managed to roll in perfect order. I don't have to rearrange anything. So far, yeah. Well, we do have a Tom in the chat. He's currently muted his microphone, but I assume he can still hear us. There! I mean, because you're occupying the same space. Initiative, if you would be so kind. As the universe comes crashing down around you. Well, I say the universe. Big heavy shells. Well, they might be. I mean, they might be. You guys are over here. The powers of the shift click. Awesome, thank you very much. I shall throw up Dario's whilst we are waiting. Because I know Tom is currently enjoying his dinner. Why was that with advantage? Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Either way, it's all fine and dandy. Everyone goes after the barrage, which is really what I wanted. Don't have to worry about too much then. Alright, so first of all, I need me some 2d8s. Okay, 6 and 7. Oh, and one more. Actually, it's 3 barrages. Yeah, there are 3 barrages that all move in different directions. And it's 2d6 for how far they scatter. It's a weird system, but it works. Strangely enough. What's that one? Well, that one got a 1. Ooh! Oh! That got close. Yes. So the barrages keep on falling. Thankfully, none of them hit your current position. You do hear them land, and you guys get pelted with a bit of debris. So I'm going to let you all act as one unit, because again, there's no real enemies as such. It's more you guys just being stuck in the lair. So guys, what do you want to do? A polymorph could actually work. I'd allow it. I'd make a caster check for it before the shell inevitably hits you. Pretty bouquet, and it's actually a bowl of petunias. Mm-hmm. You'd be heading south. Down the page. Either or is fine. Pray the DM does not roll low on that D8 and low on the 2d6. Top of the Discord. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, oh, that was great. Okay, then that just leaves Marlon and Dario. Marlon, where do you want to go? And Dario will follow. Indeed. I just need to do me rolls in for the scatter. And distance. Oh, you guys have actually done rather well. So that one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Oh, that one actually says where it is. That's rather handy. And that one goes 1, 2, 3, goes that way 8. And this one goes. Hey, you guys are the luckiest ones alive. I do need to. Leave us these guys. It works for now. Just give me a second, because some new enemies are joining the fray. Oh, lordy me. So you guys see them come up from the other side, like there's the next trench line beyond. And they sort of clamber over the top and charge at you guys. Pretty much under orders from someone to stop your advance, and hell, they die for the glory of their people. You guys are just interferences. So, yeah, pretty much. Very, very Yzma. And they go last, which is rather handy. You're excused. Anyone else? Alright, they get them! Best film ever. Alright then. So you notice these soldiers as they come over the hill are elven. You can see the armour in the ears. Pretty much all the smoke and the haze. And Dario's the one who gets to act first. Because Dario is a dexterous little gunslinger. What to do? It's really tempting. But no, I'm going to save that. So he's just going to go ahead and do his double musket volley. Because life is too difficult these days. I got really concerned there because I saw 2d12 hit the table. So I'm thinking, why? Is it critted? Don't tell me I have to look up the crit table. Okay, so first shot hits its target, and I can't get these guys now, so it has to go to that layer so I can work it. So that would be that much damage left. Second shot. Sadly misses. He does. You're all still blessed. Nope. Nope. Sadly, the blessings do not fall on him today. That puts Nil. You're next. Oh boy, oh boy. Oops. Mm-hmm. Both attacks hit. Which one was it again? Sorry, I was distracted. Mm-hmm. One, two, three, four. Yep. Just for ease on me and like map space and everything else, because I always go bigger than I mean to. That black line will just say it's like the board edge. So anyone that falls off that, you can consider an instant death. Yes, that's also quite right. The plan is to keep with the tortoise thought until everyone's dead except for Field Marshal Haig, Lady Haig, and their tortoise, Alan. Great Scott! Even you know it! Cool, that puts us to Zyron's go. I've forgotten what half my abilities do. Which one? Which one? Okay, so we need to make an intelligence. Oh god. Oh dear. The average versus. Ugh. Pass. It beat Manchester DC. Whoa. Whoa. Well. Shrugs that off and just. Here's your phantasmal forces. Like, what? And starts shaking his ears like he's got shell shock. Nah. Got a while yet. Okay then, that brings us to Marlon. 'Tis your go, my dear. Not the Trumpton fireman. I never grew up on that. I had Trumpton. Cabot Green came out first, I think. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so my brain blanked for a second. It's like, hang on, Japanese. Ah, now I remember. Yes, these things. Right, I need the crit table wherever it's buried. Thank you. Okay. So, Christy, if you'd be so kind and roll a d10 for me. Yep, a d10. Japanese piercing. Yep. Okay. They need to make a strength save, DC 15, or half the damage taken, so 15. Where's their sheet? Yeah, you get to make another attack. No, they act separately. So you get another javelin attack from the other one. We'll just resolve this one first, just so I know what's going on. So, strength save. Done! So he gets hit by the javelin, and like in the shock of pain, he drops his sword and just thunk straight in the ground. Which one was it again? Because I keep forgetting. It's been so long. Okay, the one that's already been hit. Awesome. So he took 8 points of damage. Alright then. So that's one confectionery tridrome, the second one. These are good. Yeah. Pretty much. If you know that scene in Ace Ventura when like he gets hit with one javelin to the knee, and then gets hit with a second one. Yeah. That's what this guy's doing, but like he's literally on his knees and being held up by javelins. I'm 3 points disappointed. Right, so they acted, so Marlon, you still get to have your actual turn. So you moved, you deployed your dudes, I count that as a bonus action. So you can still do a standard action. Yeah, you can attack a different dude. I think it is. Yeah. Wow. The force is strong with this one. Well, his friend goes thunk. Ah. Okay, so the ice knife like flies across the battlefield. It sinks into the guy, and although it detonates, both of them don't take the cold damage. Still takes the 9 piercing. They both manage to dodge the cold. And with that, it is Betoit's go. You do manage to hit him. He takes... which one were you hitting again? Sorry. I need pings. That guy. Cool. Okay, he takes his 5 points of damage. Sadly, you don't get your sneak attack, because there's nowhere for you to hide, and they're well aware of your presence. Awesome. Alright then, soldiers go. Here they are from the soldier side. I'm just going to drop something completely off the map. Don't panic. Just so it fades out a little bit and you guys pop a bit better. It still didn't work. Alright, fine. I can go over there, out the way. Right, 30 feet. 30 feet. 30 feet. Lots of 30-foot movement. Can they reach? Yeah, they can reach. Javelin Man gets up, manages to walk with 2 exploded knees. Yeah, the only thing that's piercing the absolute horror of the battlefield is this man's broken knees. Alright, Zyron, 2 dudes in front of you, are going to swing their longswords. So attack 1, attack the second. Fantastic, so you take 6 points of slashing damage. Manages to cut across your open side. Nil, 1 for you. Which I believe misses. Dang it. Marlon, one of them will take a swing at you. Because he does have his sword. And that hits, I believe. And a 15 to hit. Which I'm pretty sure does. So you take 15 points of slashing damage. And then the one with the broken knees can't do anything because, of course, he dropped his weapon and in the panic has forgotten it. It's still there in the mud. Alright then. 11 points of damage. Yep. I now need to do my scatters. Again, I did 2d8, I mean 3d8. Oh my! And it was 2d6 for spread. Okay. So, that one was there, if I recall. Oh, that's actually good on the map though. You guys actually do sit on top of it. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's about right. And last one. Oh my! So, Dario and Bertois, I need you two to make dexterity saving throws. Across time and space. Indeed. That's a lot of damage. I assume Tom can hear us. I see he's stuck in the washing up. Whoops. Wrong button. Didn't mean to click that. Don't want you guys to see what's in my Steam library. Go deck save. Oh, that's nice. Just whilst we wait for Tom to do his washing up. So, both of them take half. Well, actually, has Betois got evasion now? Or was that next level? In which case then, Betois, you managed to avoid all the damage. And Dario still takes half, which is 7 points of damage. As you feel the shell shock of the shell landing, you turn around to see Dario and Batuada all sitting on the smoke going, "We're okay. How are we okay?" And Dario's a little bit scorched, but Batuada, you are spotless. Alright, with that, it comes now to Dario's go. And I now regret closing his character sheet. Only because he's, well, I assume not here still. Need timestamps on individual things on Discord, right? What can he do? What can he do? He's actually going to clear the stuff off of Marlon really quick. So fires the first shot, hits. Fires the second shot, also hits. That guy is down. I was kind of counting on that. So lucky me. And also that is second dude dead too. So fires off both shots. Marlon, you watch them both fall down as you hear Dario just yell for you to move. Keep pushing forward. Just get to the next trench. Get out the artillery, for the love of God. With that, it is Nils' go. The first blast hits, the second one misses. That one, yeah? Ah, but ranged spells in melee have disadvantage. Unless you are a warcaster. So they level out. Okay, so he gets pushed 10 feet away and, funnily enough, takes 10 points of magic damage. He flies back on his heels and manages to steady himself. Okay, turn ender. Zyrant, is your go. Are you winking or blinking? With advantage because you are flanking. Once more, with feeling. Uh, 17 is a nice, handy hit. Don't get that much damage in, but it's enough. Managed to take a nice little nip out of it. 11 points of damage, yeah. Nicely done. Okay, and on that note, Marlon, it is your go. You feel rejuvenated as Zyron has healed you for 11 hit points. Marlon? Hi. That's alright. No, Marlon. Zyron has healed you for 11 hit points. So you're back up to full again. And it is your go. Deploy your tridromes and welcome back, Tom. Javelin 1 hits. Sorry, misses. Sorry, they got AC 15. Both miss, actually. Didn't see the first one. There is a bless. You do have your bless to transfer to your little dudes. That reminds me, who had the bless? Zyron, did you cast it? Ah. In which case, then Zyron, I need you to make Constitution saving throws because you did take damage earlier. It's only a DC 10, you'll be fine. Wow. I can see the disappointment. Concentration spells, they have the downfall. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah. Yeah, the bless sadly fades from earlier. And in regards to the spells, they were from books you picked up along the way. So, yeah, as a wizard, like, you get to add more spells. Anyway, we'll sort that out. We'll sort that out in a bit. So, you still got your spells available once highlighted. The poor fool! Alright, then go ahead and click that fireball and let's see how much damage we do. Alright, where's the centre of the 20-foot radius sphere going to be? Fireball's like a magical bomb, so you pick a spot within range, and then there's a 20-foot ball that explodes out from there. Yep. Get them, but not Zyron, so that will work. So they need to make dexterity saves. Uno, dos. One failed. So he takes the full 30 and is dead. Deader than a dodo. Like, you launch the fireball, the impact point hits, and as the fire, like, blossoms out into this brilliant flash, you just watch the first card get annihilated Dragon Ball Z style. Becoming a line drawing and suddenly evaporating all that's left are his boots. Rather worryingly. And the one in front of you, Zyron, although he saves, takes a bit of damage. And with that, it is now Betoit's go. Mm-hmm. Sadly, not today. Yeah, no more blessings. Yeah, you sit there and like the shell shocks hit you and you realise that, oh, this is difficult to stand up now. The heart's beating, the hands are shaking, your hands are shaking. Right. Okay, so Zyron and Neil, you guys are going to get some long swords each. So first of all, Zyron. I'll take 9 points of slashing damage from the guy hitting you, and then Nil also take 11 points of slashing damage. Yep. So both of these guys in almost like disciplined unison just slash out and manage to catch you guys as the next artillery shells begin to fall. I said 3d8, darn it. Incoming! Incoming! Oh, that was a great game. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey! No one takes any damage this time round. Although, Darren Betoit, you guys stand there on the battlefield, like you feel the rush of air as the shell goes off behind you as I smack my microphone around. Alright then. Alright then. Not Betoit, Dario, it is your go. Currently in a war zone, shells are flying all around you. Plenty of dudes have died in various forms of explosion. The black line at the south end is pretty much the goal. If you get to that black line, you're out of danger. Again, go ahead and open fire with your trusty musket. May the shots ring true. Blimey. That's a hit on the first one. And that is actually enough to kill the poor blighter. So you rush on down, pull out the musket, pretty much like COD style, fire from the hip, one shot through the gut, and that's it. He's had enough damage done to him today. You've still got another attack, and you got one guy still standing. And a 13 sadly misses. The shot fires and just sort of like it's lodged somewhere in his chainmail. Unfortunately. Which then takes us to Nil's turn. You can certainly try. Okay, just do a little checkity check here. Run away and never return. At which point he throws down his sword and begins to bolt northwards. Zyron, if you choose to, there is an attack of opportunity. Nice little Kilmer reference. Again with advantage because it's flanking when he moves, so it's kind of weird when flanking comes into attacks of opportunity, but it makes sense when you look at it in action. No, you certainly do smack him with the flat of the blade as he runs away. Alright then, so we'll consider that bit of the combat over. So you guys still got your actions, but the layer action will go off first. So where are my bombs falling today? And then oh, Batois, let's get hit. I don't want to catch everyone else. Batois, could you go ahead and roll a dexterity save for me at disadvantage? As he is at the centre of the explosion. Well, he still makes it so he still takes half the no damage, yeah, because evasion. Well, let's see how much damage you could have taken. Blasted rogues. So you dive forward, hit the deck as you hear the shell land. Although you're caught in the impact, somehow, like, it burrowing into the ground before exploding is enough to shield you from all the potential damage. And as you guys hear the shell land, turn around like, oh god, Batois! And he just sort of comes out of the explosion, dusting himself off. Alright then. So what do you guys wish to do? Okay. Make your moves, guys. I'm just going to make a note here that Betoir took a direct hit. Asterix. Yeah. Full on Mr. Bean. I don't think you guys can, like, dash and get an extra 30 feet out of your movement. It's such an underrated action. Yeah. If you make it over the line, don't go too far. Just stay the other side of the line so I know where you are. Because again, I consider you guys out of the artillery barrage. Which I think everyone, apart from Betoir, pretty much make it. What are the odds? So let's see, I've got to roll 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got to roll a 5 on a DA on this one. And roll really well on the 2d6. D8s. Well, that one's not moving. That one goes that way for 9. So that one actually would have gone close enough, but unfortunately it's going in the wrong bloody direction. And then this one would have gone pretty much up to where you guys came in. Alright then. Yeah, just stay like this side of the line. Because I need to make adjustments. So I'm not contended for you guys to actually make it all the way across the line. I was expecting you guys to at least have another wave of soldiers. I had planned waves, and you guys got through the first two waves before anything else could happen. So bear with whilst I recycle some terrain. If only for a moment. Just for a moment. Please stand by. Please stand by. No, just Contra level cleared. Comes to mind. Okay, so we need to get rid of the explosions because they're not there anymore. Clear all those guys off the board because again they're not needed anymore. I will need that out. And as you guys hop over into the next trench line, the shells still bombarding and falling behind you, while out of earshot. Well, not out of earshot, out of damage potential. Put it that way. You do come across your target whilst you are here. Assuming his token is still kicking about in my list. It might have vanished. God dang it. Where's it gone? I had a token and everything ready. Honest. Oh, you did. There you go. Can I fix him? For some reason he has lower than what you should do HP. Why is your HP so low? Ah, that'll be why. So standing at the back of the trench line is one elven commander, looking rather regal in nice adorned sort of slashed plate mail. In a box behind him, as he occasionally keeps pointing and gesturing, you can see a figure, although you can't make out what exactly. Definitely a human, maybe a prisoner of some sort. Judging by the way this particular person's like bound up and left pretty much in rags. But he doesn't have any entourage with him. And that's the wrong kind of music for what's going on here. That's more like it. Don't want gentle music, we wanted actiony music. And as he sees you all approach, he congratulates you for making it through the lines, tells his men to stand down, and he only wishes to take one of you in one-on-one combat honourably. Okay then, so whoever is going to challenge me. Cool. He tells you to come to the other side of the trenches. Fight him. The rest of you, you can stand down there and watch. It's up to you guys if you want to interfere or buff Betoir in any way. But you do have front row seats for what might be an interesting duel, if you will. And yes, I am well aware of his name. I'm just reusing a token that I already had prepared. Indeed you do. Oh, that was so close to a natural 20. 3D does it. Hey, no. Alright then. So, the commander asks, are you prepared? Good. Moves on in. Gets to make his multi-attack. So, 1, 2, 3. Take 29 points of damage from two short swords. It's like coming in and catching you offhand. It's like you sit there and realise, oh, this might be a bad idea. And then the rapier is coming down and like plunging into just about where the shoulder and collarbone are. Alright then, it is your go. Your turn, Betoir. FYI, if any of you guys want to interfere, now's the time. Okie dokes. Well, I can give you some advice on the fact that the way he fights, it's not like brute strength. It's not like the soldiers do, where it's all upper body. His is more like, stances and precision. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, the +1 dagger, still reeling from the shock of the blow. You manage to plant your foot and launch up one blow. It manages to get in between the slats of his armour, and you manage to deal 9 points of piercing damage. Just looks at you and goes, "Good. It shall be an interesting battle." So dex saves are at disadvantage. Anybody else wants to do anything to help out Betoir? Meh. Okay. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, you guys just watch Betoir just nearly get annihilated. So, Zyron gives you some healing. He dodges the ice knife just by a hair. Marlon, not really focusing on where it's going, just sort of skips off the armour. But the spell attack didn't hit. And the blade just skims off the armour and does nothing. Dario, meanwhile, the beast of a man that he is. God dang! So it's not like, sorry, my finger slipped. That's like 2 shots. As he like staggers back and like grips hold of his side where the 2 bullet wounds went in. It's like, how did your finger slip twice? Alright then, I'm going to need everyone else to roll initiative as you guys are now dropped into combat and you're all fair game. Oh god, not again! Just need Marlon for initiative, and we shall return to the action. Okay, pretty nice. Alright, Dario, you get to act first. On a rather surprised looking commander. 15 misses. And the 16 just hits. You manage to find a gap in the breastplate and pierce through for 8 points of damage. It's not sensitive. You're doing this on purpose. Oh, what was it? The scene in an anime, I can't remember the name of it now, where like the demon is full on complaining and someone just keeps kicking him in the face. I keep waiting now to see Action Surge pop up and Dario just firing off another volley. So I'm waiting now to see that message. But I assume that's your go over, Tom? Cool. In that case then, Marlon and Siren, both of you together. This can only go badly. grew on her. Sadly, 12 misses. He swings around and he holds up his hand to sort of intentionally parry the Staff of Power. No, not as a wizard. You only get one attack action per round. Yeah, the charges are for the hits, so when you hit someone you spend charges to do extra damage or to use the spells that are stored in it. Yeah, they don't add to the hit, it's only to damage. The trench is still a thing, but it's quite a shallow trench. It's only there so if they lost the front line, they could dig in this one whilst holding their ground still. Yeah, all the other soldiers are standing back. They got orders. They're not disobeying this commander. Okay. Does indeed. Made the save though. Even with disadvantage I made the save. Feels so good. Never. So you throw your Sacred Flame, he just sort of smacks him square in the face and just goes, try harder. Like to feel it next time. And with that, it's his go. And he's just going to take care of some business. Betoit and Marlon, you guys both get attacks of opportunity. So do you, Zyron, as he just bolts for Dario. It's just a regular attack. So your Staff of Power. So Zyron misses. No, but it's with your dagger in melee, but with... Yes, and I also forgot Marlon should have been with advantage earlier as well. So, sorry, that's my bad. Christy, go ahead and make another Staff of Power attack for me. For earlier. That's more like it. So, your attack earlier would have hit, so go ahead and do... burn any charges you wanted to burn. Okay then, so go ahead and roll 60... What was it for hits? 66 for me. The equivalency of a fireball. So what's that? 24. Ow! So that's the attack from earlier where you just smack him over the back of the head and like he's full on like, oh my god, that hurts. Makes his move towards Dario in any case, and Dario. He only gets to make one attack because he moved, but he is going to do this. And burn a second level spell to do so. So he's going to hit you with his short sword. And I believe at 26 hits. Fairly certain it does. So you take 9 points of piercing and 11 points of radiant damage. As he just comes along, blade glowing in the bloody red sun of this battlefield, and just cuts you straight across the gut. And now he orders his soldiers to rally to him. But now it is your go. Yeah. Is sadly a miss. It's also a miss. Both blasters ping ting ricochet off his armour. It's good stuff. I mean, look. Commander's attack stance fell. Okay then. Bertrand, it is your go. Go for it. 17 hits. You also get to add in your sneak attack. Okay, he's getting now. He's looking like he's in a lot of pain. Struggling to sort of keep himself standing. Dario, it is your go. You can see now bits of the armour are starting to fall off. They're just barely hanging by thinnest of threads. Ranged attacks in melee have disadvantage. FYI. Sorry, it's not a rule I've been keeping on top of, but it is an actual rule that's written. Yeah. So go ahead and make another attack roll for that first attack, and then your next one will be at disadvantage. Yeah. Still hits, and the second shot... Oh, the short sword. Okay then. So it's... 14, 21... Staggers forward, just barely able to hold on now. It's taken a couple of seconds to realise what's going on. It's like, oh, this is very bad. It's actually meant to be a very bad Japanese accent. Either could work considering the setting. With that, Marlon and Zyron, it is both your goes. I think Marlon might have fallen asleep. So, Zoran, if you want to go ahead and... sorry. The worst they can do is lop off an arm or a leg. It's okay, you got another one you can lose. Still got 2 arms, 2 legs. Oh no. Disadvantage, dex save. Well, my luck had to run out eventually. He takes the Sacred Flame and he staggers back from the blast, and now he's looking absolutely haggard. You can see like the side of him that got hit is like scorched with holy fire. In fact, actually, let's make him do a save really quick. Hey! He still holds on to his rapier though. That's sucker ain't dropping. For my adoring fans. Alright then, Marlon. Ooh, an acid arrow. Sadly, a 15 misses. And again, as the arrow flies past, manages to sidestep really quickly and takes his stance once again. And don't forget, you got your backup. Your minions. Javelin 1 misses. Javelin 2 also misses. Alright then. Nil. Lord Hojo is going to charge at you. Dario, you do get to make an attack of opportunity. That's a hit, and he's still standing, bloodied, beaten, on death's door. This commander is still charging. But he will go ahead and multi-attack for this turn. He'll also burn a Divine Smite. And... he will also do a Branding Smite. So, well, so take. Just hold on to that for a second, because we need to see if he can do the damage. So there's 2 short swords, so 2 piercing. Okay, so you expend a bardic inspiration, and you get to roll that, and that basically comes off the... Yep. This is a flat D8. Use the new dice roller in the corner. That sidebar, you can actually select just a straight D8 and how many you want to roll. Okay, so either a 26 or 25. Oh, Misty Step. Darn you! Ah! 10 piercing, 2 radiant from the first one. Oh man, I'm trying to work out now how the actions would work in all this. Oh. That's so annoying. I'm actually curious about what the rapier would have done. Not a lot. Oh well. So as the first blow jams into you and you feel the surge of pain, you realise that, nope, I'm out. Oh, I forgot you had that. I was trying to do you a favour. Oh well, that's Hojo's go over, and Neil, it's your turn. Oh yeah, I forgot to add them on. He did, I forgot to add them in. How dare I? I dare all the time. I did have a token that was half decent for the remaining soldiers. Pop seller reality. Okay. And FYI, they're doing the minion thing, as we discussed earlier before we started streaming. Because it makes my life a lot easier for combat sheets. Oh no. How big was it? 20 foot. Well, that's awkward. Yeah. Well, they're kind of removed from the fight anyway, because they also can't be seen. Hide yourself in another dimension. Unfortunately, the old gods hide and hunger there. Praise be, Yogg-Saron, may his ROG be ever blessed. Still have a move in the bonus action. This box. There is something interesting in the box. I will say, Betoile and Marlon, since you guys are a bit closer, you can tell that it's definitely some sort of a female humanoid. You can't tell from like body structure because it's that beaten and bruised, and it's got a sack over its head, so you can't even tell from like ears. What's in the box? What's in the box? Okay then. Top of the round was when I was going to have the soldiers actually roll for their initiative, so we're just going to have them take the cold damage. Nil, could you roll me 2d6 for your Hunger of Kadar cold damage? Just roll the 2d6. From the outside, can everyone make perception checks for me? Before we get to Betoile's go. If anybody wants to make those perception checks and do really well. My apologies for Roll20 being a little slow. This is with your hearing, so you're fine. That can change. The commander's there, he can take it off for you. He's more than welcome. Yeah, Betoile and Zyron, like, the two of you hear these faint, muffled screams with, like, the sounds of nom nom nom. It's chilling. Oh, well then. Betoile, it is your go. And a 14 sadly misses. Your arrow just gets lodged in the plates and doesn't really go anywhere. Fair then. Dario, it is your go. He is still alive, but by a hair. He's on very little hit points. No, Mama, he was my dog. 13 misses. Oh, that's also a natural one. That's a misfire. I actually have to go look up these rules. So, bear with me as we get round to Zyron and Marlon. Yeah, you can still move. It's like your gun might have a habit of exploding. Dario. Had it somewhere. It's the worst bit. Anyway. So Marlon and Siren, it's your go. Okay. So, Dario, just so you know, as you go to pull the trigger for the second fire, it just clicks and nothing happens. You have to spend an action to clear out the chamber and everything. In ye modern terms, we call it a jam. No, sadly. Oh, the Plectrum Sacred Flame. No, to answer your question, you haven't killed that guy yet, although this may be the end of him. Disadvantage, dexterity save. You watch as a ball of light starts to hurl, ignite, takes on a rather reddish hue, and then engulfs the commander in flame until he eventually just sways it all out and just falls, thrashing around. Oh, very much so. Okay. Well, I will say for the time being, you guys aren't in combat. But what you do see over here aren't so much soldiers anymore down here. It's like bits of a soldier. Bit of a hand and literally carved off cleanly, so you've only got the middle ring and little finger left on the palm, but the rest of it's all gone. Like the rest of him wasn't there, sort of thing. What do you guys wish to do? Okay. Loot-wise, gentlemen, you find, looting the commander's corpse, that he has a +1 short sword, a +1 rapier, and a +1 breastplate. Okay. Nil for the item sheet for Nil. It's a +1 short sword, a +1 rapier, and a +1 breastplate. Short sword and +1 breastplate. Yeah. And the daggers are versatile, so you can actually use his dex for attack and damage rolls for them as well. And because dual wielding sounds super easy, dual wielding daggers is actually a blessing. It's down to you. Anyways, whilst you guys figure that out, Nil, in the box next to you, which isn't locked, so it can't be opened, you do find a small female figure, battered and bruised, with a cloth sack over her head. Okay, I actually need to bring up a picture so I can give you all a better description. Right, so what you see underneath the cloth sack is a wood elven female with long black hair that's been tied into a very thin ponytail. Her face has been beaten by torture and what have you. She's wearing pretty simple clothes just to cover the important bits, and she just takes all as best she can with sort of like a partially broken jaw. Like I said, yeah. Like I said, I was trying to do you a favour. So it's okie dokes. Well, I'm thinking about wrapping up the game there tonight because it's been a pretty harrowing experience for you all. Yes, I will also say, by the way, because I know what's going on here, you do find her equipment in one of the other boxes, along with some other things which I'll update the treasure sheet for when you get back. Well, it's as you guys go back pretty much across the no man's land of the battlefield. The shells are still they're still doing shell bombardments, but they've now moved it on to the next. So where you guys are now is where like the next set of bombardments are. Go for it. Okay, you realise it's going to take you 8 hours. Alright then. Yeah. Alright then. Alright then. So let's call it a night there then, folks. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. Yeah. Okay then. So we shall see you all next week with some more D&D. And until then, we shall see you all next time. Tatty bye, everybody.